Alright. We are now live with yet another Danganronpa video. This time it's the class trial. Sorry about that, I clicked the wrong thing again. Hang on real quick before I continue anything. Hang on. Yeah, I accidentally clicked on the wrong button. I thought that was the post button because I'm letting people know that I'm live, and I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Let me just do something real quick, hang on. Okay. Now that everything is set, let's go ahead and get this underway. Good evening, everybody. This is Xenonite XC6 here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. This is part number 7 of this Let's Play, and so in the last part, we actually played the Twilight Syndrome murder case game, and of course, we found some very interesting information in the game. We also did our next free time event with Nekomaru Nidai, and we also met up with Kazuichi at the Rocket Punch Market to go to the girls' beach party. But that turned into a despairful moment as we found out that Mahiru Kazumi, the ultimate photographer, was found dead at Chandler Beach at the beach house. And of course, we did the investigation, and we also played the Twilight Syndrome murder case game again, but this time Chiaki helped us get to the first and third day in the game, which turned into the Truth Edition. We found out more information about what happened in the game, and then we finished our investigation. So yeah, So in this part, we are going to be doing the second class trial, where we're going to be finding out who was the one responsible for Mahiru's death. And we'll hopefully wrap up Chapter 2. So let's go ahead and get this started. Now, again, I do apologize. When I was trying to let some of my followers know that I was live, I accidentally clicked the wrong button. I accidentally clicked the Reels menu, and I was, oh my goodness, I was like, oh no, get out of there quick. Because I know there are videos that are playing the Reels section. I'm like, oh thank goodness. So I rechecked the video just in case, and it looks like there was no other audio that interrupted the stream. I did make sure to check. I'll probably check again after the stream to make sure. So yeah. But anyway, that was just my little mistake. And it happened before, and I had to restart the stream. But since there was no audio that came out of my phone this time, hopefully that didn't cause any interruptions. Okay, anyway, before we start the second class trial, we got a couple things we gotta do first. We are first gonna set up our new skills that we actually got in the last part, which also includes Find Sword, which is an effective during rebuttal showdown, cannot be combined with Excellent Blade, and Shred Guitar, which increases acceleration and speed effective during Logic Drive, which is another mode, and we're also gonna activate Moonsault. Before we begin, though, with the class trial, we're going to review our evidence one more time. So let's get to it with reviewing all the evidence we've gathered from the investigation and from the game Twilight Syndrome murder case. The victim is Mahiru Kazumi. Estimated time of death is around 3 p.m. The scene of the crime where the body was discovered is inside the beach house at Chandler Beach. The cause of death is a single killing blow to the head with a blunt instrument. There are no other conspicuous internal injuries and no trace of foreign substances such as drugs. The blood stain on the floor had streaks leading to the roadside door as if Mahiru had crawled through it. Footprints were found near the crime scene. The trail leads from the beach house and loops around toward the road. The footprints were Hyoko's. This metal bat was found at the crime scene. Due to the bloodstains coating it, it's believed to be the murder weapon. The murder weapon used in the Twilight Syndrome murder case was a metal bat too. There were a bunch of empty plastic bottles inside the trash can in the beach house. They were probably drinks from the refrigerator. A mask of the anime character Sunwitch Esper Ito found at the crime scene. A gummy candy found in the closet at the beach house. The beach house has a shower room, however the shower is out of order and cannot be used. The only window in the shower room, it can be open, but due to its high location, it can't be accessed unless you hitch a piggyback ride from someone. In Twilight Syndrome murder case, a tipped-over fish tank was found in the music room, where the first victim's body was discovered. Gravel and water were scattered everywhere. In Twilight Syndrome murder case, there was a broken window in the music room where the first victim's body was discovered. Normally, you can't leave the music room without passing through the entrance hall. Girl E, who appeared in Twilight Syndrome murder case, had her swimsuit stolen by someone. The ending prize was found in Mahiru's room. It consists of an envelope containing 4 photographs. There was also a letter included in the envelope that says, "Try playing Twilight Syndrome. After you get a game over, press down 5 times for the real game. Once you do, you should remember what you all did to my sister. We'll talk then." One of the ending prizes is a picture of Mikan, Ibuki, and Hyoko at what appears to be an entrance hall. One of the ending prizes is a photo of a broken vase. Girl D showed Girl E this photo in Twilight Syndrome murder case. This vase was broken in the classroom next to the music room. One of the ending prizes, a crime scene photo of the victim after she was killed in the music room. One of the ending prizes, a crime scene photo of Girl E after she was killed. It looks like she was killed with a metal bat. Apparently there were a lot of these inside Hyoko's room. Each bag comes with 4 flavors: strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. The letter found inside Mahiru's pocket. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. But what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hyoko Sonoji. Mahiru received a blow to the head from behind and died instantly. Alright, so that is all the evidence that we've gathered for this class trial, but the only question is, who is behind Mahiru Kazumi's death? Who is the one behind her murder? That's what we need to find out. So who is the one behind Mahiru Kazumi's death? Could it be Hajime Hinata, let me try it again. Who is behind Mahiru Kazumi's death? Could it be Hajime Hinata, the ultimate unknown? Could he be the culprit? Or could it be Nagito Komida, the ultimate lucky student? He was planning to murder in the last chapter. Was he planning to do it again in this chapter? Or could it be Gundam Tanaka, the ultimate animal breeder? Could he be the one behind this whole thing? Or could it be Kazumichi Soda, the one that invited us to the girls' beach hangout? Could he be the one behind this? Could it be Nekomaru Nidai, the ultimate team manager? Could he be the one behind Mahiru's death? Or could it be Fumihiko Kazuryu, the ultimate Yakuza? He seems to be the most likely suspicious one of the bunch, maybe. Could it be Akane Awari, the ultimate gymnast? Could she be the one behind this murder? Or will it be Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate gamer? Could it be the princess herself, Sonya Nevermind, the one who probably planned the entire girl hangout? I believe she was the one that planned it out. Or could it be Hiyoko Sonoji, the ultimate traditional dancer? Again, she seems to be the most likely candidate to be the culprit. Could it be Mikan Simiki, the ultimate nurse? Could she be the culprit behind this case? Or is it Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician? Could Ibuki be the one behind this case? Or will it be Peko Pekoyama, the ultimate swordswoman? Could she be the one behind this entire killing of Mahiru? Well, we won't know until we find out. Alright guys, it's time for the moment of truth. Let me check my pet real quick. Okay, our pet's fine. So, let's now begin. The second class trial to find out the death of Mahiru Kazumi begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin the second class trial.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cool rule.
That's just the second time, Monami.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
That is true.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
The characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, and Boy F, and the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. The first character the player was able to control was Girl A. The true identity of Girl A is probably, Mikan.
I see. Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
Hiyoko is so... oh my goodness. I remember she was so mean.
Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
She's right. The one who said that was Girl B.
I see. Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Didn't you just call Mikan a swear word just not too long ago?
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C, huh? Her personality was hyper-energetic and unique. That's Ibuki.
I see. Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl C? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh, jeez.
Let's move on to Girl D.
Girl D, huh? There's only one person who always had a camera with them. That's Mahiru.
I see. Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
He's Guy F. That's Fuyuhiko.
I see. Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice is true I have a hunch, but to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice, it's probably because he had a little sister.
I can prove it with this.
Because he said it
In
in the
game,
diner.
Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
Yeah, because Fuyuhiko mentioned that in the diner when we were exploring around the second island.
Hmm? What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I could see being Fuyuhiko's little sister is the high school girl who died at the beginning.
I see! The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister. Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me?
Oh, jeez.
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the movie. Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easy, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer. Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
Okay, so this trial is basically going to be playing into two parts. One, we have to figure out the murder of Girl E, and then the other part we have to figure out how it relates to Mahiru's death. The reason Girl E was killed, I should be able to assume why based on the content of the game. Because wasn't it Girl E was the killer?
I think.
Okay, I got it right.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is the basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the five of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first. Okay, so we're about to enter the first debate of this case. And the evidence are stolen school swimsuit, entrance hall photo, broken vase photo, victim's crime scene photo, and Girl E's scene photo. See what everybody has to say first.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
How was she able to get past those 4 and wait in front of the music room?
She probably used a hidden passageway. Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
What Girl E did after the murder in the music room, we need to find the clue that will clarify that.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
I want to say it's the broken vase.
She just broke the window and escaped out.
So how did
Let
Girl
me
E to the front of the
see
music
if
to go
that's
back
correct.
to them? You need to go through. Plus, I think the other 4 girls.
At the entrance hall, the girl heard the sound of the window shattering.
No,
Okay,
that's
the
wrong.
broken vase. I had to make sure if it was.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sounds, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder
Who
weapon?
cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you've gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Now then, there's something I needed to tell you regarding the white noise in the non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always destroy them in one shot. Durable white noises will chip away every time you shoot them with the silencer. But unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at... You get the gist, right? It appears that the beat is getting tougher, so I've obtained some very useful information. I heard there's a guy named Gun something. Apparently, he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Gun something. I wonder who it is. I think we know who it is. It mentioning Gun, the narrator might be referring to Gundam. Was I out of line just now? Well, then good luck and have fun. Alright, so let's see what the next pieces of evidence are. They are broken fish tank, killer's escape route, stolen swimsuit, broken vase photo, and victim's crime scene photo. Let's see what everybody has to say first.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fist!
An unconventional weapon apparently appeared in the game, but...
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death then she attacked her?
That's too big to...
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that.
Let's agree with Ibuki!
I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel is put inside some sort of bag?
What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
She referenced Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright.
As for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it has to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that theory.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Girl E's killer, right now the only person I can think of is that guy. Guy F.
I see. It should have been Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is... What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
Even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
Sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
Well, we still don't know if Fuyuhiko is the one behind Mahiru's death for certain.
Does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
No, the game and Mahiru's death are probably related. In actuality, there's an important shared point with Girl E and Mahiru's murder. Oh, wait. Whoopsies. I accidentally clicked the wrong button. I was gonna click square. I don't know why what was it? Was it... Was it the metal bat?
I can prove it with this.
Okay, it was. Okay. I was making sure.
I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. Don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Peko does have a point.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
Jeez. Alright, we're now entering the third debate. This time, the evidence we have are footprints on the beach, metal bat, trash can, shower room, and iron barbed window. Let's listen to what everybody has to say first.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Yoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house! I was wishing Mr. Ants all day!
Hold on. What she said clearly contradicts information I know.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of...
Why do you doubt? Do you know where Hiyoko... She was at the beach house.
But I didn't go to the beach house!
No, that's wrong!
Footprints found at the beach house.
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't!
But These footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are.
Oh, jeez.
Can you find that based on ugliness?
Not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house, which means when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Masaru's body was used with?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now. I remember when I went to the beach house.
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie? People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Alright, we're entering another debate. Find out if Hiyoko's lying or not. The next set of evidence we have are footprints on the beach, metal bat, shower room, iron bar window, and letter on Mahiru. Let's find out what everybody has to say.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
Hiyoko says she never saw Mahiru, but is that really true?
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any...
Then you didn't meet at the beach house?
Obviously saying I met up with her when I never even saw her?
Okay, that's not right. Okay, it has to be the first one.
I did go to the... but only during my morning walk.
Yeah, it was the first one.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. But what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hiyoko Sonochi.
That letter. It's the one Masaru had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What? That letter? I'm serious. I don't know.
Oh, snap. I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward,
Uh-oh.
I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed here.
You're wrong. You're totally wrong.
And what is up, Steve?
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along. That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru. There's evidence for that, too.
The only place I can think of where Hyoko was hiding is probably that place, right?
Here!
The closet.
The place where Hyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hyoko, your favorite candy is gummy, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof. My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out.
It's a trap. This is obviously someone's trap.
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
Oh dear.
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, if you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just the difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Hyoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
It's true that Hyoko is suspicious, but there's something strange. Something doesn't make sense. I can't help but feel like we're being directed by someone. Alright, the next set of evidence are footprints on the beach, trash can, yellow gummy, killer's escape route, and gummy bag. Let's see what everybody has to say first.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprint.
It looks like everyone doubts Hyoko. Is that really okay?
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. beach house.
And weren't you also hiding in the... So that's when you dropped the gummy.
The gummy bag?
No, that's
okay,
wrong.
I was right.
About that gummy, did Hyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene is yellow, so it's obvious to look like it was lemon flavored.
Huh? That gummy is yellow? And it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy.
See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge! I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might!
Hold on, you little bitch. You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
Alright, Fuyuhiko is ready to take out Hyoko in this round, but let's see. The evidence we have this time are footprints on the beach, yellow gummy, iron bar window, gummy bag, and Nikon's autopsy report. Let's see what everybody has to say first before we find out which evidence to use.
We're not done with Hyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
I gotta figure out what's right and what's wrong.
We're not done with Hyoko yet. There's still a huge...
You're talking about the footprints.
It's true, that's an... And we can thank
What is that?
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Sorry, Akane, but you're wrong this time.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death? According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry. Fuyuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hyoko. She's the killer, after all.
Seriously, that's not true.
Let's assume Hyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body? If she handled a body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer. Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven.
I won't let you look down on me.
Good chief, a rebuttal.
We haven't decided that yet.
Hey, Fuyuhiko, why do you keep insisting that Hyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
You know, you really have a foul mouth going on over here, dude. Okay, it's time for a rebuttal showdown. This time we have footprints on the beach, metal bath, shower room, iron barb window, and Nikon's autopsy.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hyoko did it. She killed Mahiru, and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
If Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower. Allow me to cut through those
Not
words.
so fast.
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
Hiyoko took off her clothes before committing murder. Though that should be impossible. She can't dress by herself?
See,
Okay, I got it right.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko mentioned this before.
I can't help it. I can't tie my kimono sash by myself.
Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
what?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell. It only smelled a little. Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place? Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me. If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious? Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed out.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
That actually sounds pretty cool!
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer? Yeah, seems like it. See, I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru. Because Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hiyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, Pig Barth. I hope you get a hangnail and die.
Oh my gosh!
I'm sorry for being Pig Barth.
More importantly, Fuyuhiko's behavior earlier was definitely strange. Getting so worked up and accusing Hiyoko of being suspicious. Could it be, does he actually have something else in mind?
Hey, Hiyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap.
Yeah, I got that already, so can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier...
Hello.
She never talked to me at all. Man, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to ask me such an easy question.
Damn it! So that was a lie?
Yep.
Because I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
And hello, Aga Boga. Hopefully I got your name right.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine.
I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same at 2 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Mahiru Kazumi. Letter Hiyoko received has been added to the true bullet section of your handbook. I have beaten the game. I will just say the ending is perfect. Oh, that's awesome.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
Huh? The letter that Hiyoko had doesn't it clearly contradict that other evidence? The evidence that contradicts Hiyoko's letter is Hiyoko's letter. Come to... Wait. What am I doing now? Okay, alright. Letter of Mahiru.
I can prove
what
it with this.
With Hiyoko's letter?
Doesn't it look like its content is different from the letter Mahiru had?
About what we discussed earlier. Is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
But what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same at 2 p.m.
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hiyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's safe to say a letter was forged by the killer, but which letter did the killer forge? Letter that Mahiru had? Oh, screwed it up. Okay. Both letters. What am I doing?
The
Come
killer
on.
must have forged both letters.
I should know this. Pay attention.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters... Confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while.
Warning, everyone cries the first time they finish this trial. I mean, not too surprising, because there's lots of cries. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of people crying these days. But that's Danganronpa for you. Make people cry.
The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens.
But that's Nagito. That's not too surprising. realizing it right now. I mean, have you forgotten how crazy he was in the first class trial?
We can just lightly punch him to death later.
Akane, no. As much as he's annoying, you can't just punch him to death. That's wrong.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something. Medicine? That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but... The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer. That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
Here we go again with you.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Yeah, whatever, Nagito.
Seriously, which side are you on? I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hiyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yup. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not going to let you have the outcome you want.
And yet, he falls asleep. And yet, he falls asleep. He does not care about what you say, Usami.
Whoa. He's sleeping.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
The bitter truth. That may be true, but even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Even if what lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. Because unless we reveal who among us is Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we'll survive. And we're done with the first half of this trial.
Well now
then, now that the class trial has reached its climax, I would like to present the answer right here here right now. Huh? You're gonna spoil who the killer is? Ooh, if I reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they'll all be shocked. That's they'll all feel despair. You can't. That's seriously a big no-no. But spoiling it right now is innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation. I'm the club president. So, without further ado, the answer is... Yeah, you can't. Everyone please close your eyes and cover your ears.
Correct. You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong to me. Let's now move on. The trial is reopened.
I'm mon ami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru claims to me is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! Oh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save regularly.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hiyoko, now what?
If the killer was luring Hiyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hiyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hiyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
I want to play a new game. Is that what you're thinking? If so, we've prepared the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mystery answers from several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. During the Logic Dive, you will control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of this synapse course. You can move sideways with the left stick and accelerate with the R1 button. Press the circle button to brake and the L1 button to jump. There will be various obstacles you will encounter as you progress through the course, so make sure you're familiar with these controls so you can reach the goal. On your journey, you will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. The answers split into different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct. Branching questions will appear several times in one course. Please be careful. I highly recommend that you make good use of the brake. That's my middlesome advice to you. If you press the options button during the Logic Dive, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. She's right, this might be a very important problem. If the killer tampered with the evidence after Hiyoko ran away from the beach house, when did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm going to do it. The Logic Dive. Okay, here we go. Go, Hajime. Go, Hajime. Go, Hajime. Just please don't fall, otherwise I will smack you silly. Okay, we go with question 1. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? After. I didn't finish! Would you let me finish? Oh, wait. Die. Oh. What was I thinking? It was before. Ugh. Look at me being an idiot here. Okay, oh, ooh. Alright, gotta be careful. Oh, watch out. Watch out, Hajime. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Otherwise, Beriti from Kid Icarus is gonna laugh at you. When did the killer leave the beach house? Okay, I better make sure I don't waste so much time, otherwise I'm gonna run out of time, and then the game's gonna go like, you lost! You're a loser for the rest of your life! Okay, I clearly got that line from another video that I watched, but oh well. Okay. Question 3. Where was the killer hiding where Hiyoko was unconscious? The beach house. I mean, can't be in the beach. That would be too obvious. Alright, there we go.
It's all coming together. Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good.
I really don't want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. The place where the killer was hiding. The place where Hiyoko has looked is... It was the closet again.
Here! The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of it, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
The killer made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance. I can only think of one place. That's right. The place where the killer was hiding inside the closet was over here.
Here!
Because that was over.
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. Because we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying what I want, even if you didn't ask. Alright, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included?
among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
Yep.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Now then, I shall explain to you the final feature of the non-stop debates. From this point forward, you will now be able to use the truth flashback. If you hold down the triangle button, the shape of the reticle will change. Oh dear, this is what I'm gonna hate. Memory bullets! If you aim at the remark's weak spot and keep it in that position, you will be able to memorize it. This memorized phrase can only be fired once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change it into a different truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a liar, mistake, in your available truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to trust your keen wits, won't you? By the way, you will not be able to agree with anyone while you're using the true flashback. Please remember that it is only effective when refuting points. Well then, good luck and have fun. Ooh, the hope and despair theme. We have the shower room as the only evidence. Let's listen to what everybody has to say first.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right?
Yep.
So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet?
No.
Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
Did they use something other than the shower?
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body? Maybe they were able to wash it off.
If I use that person's opinion, I might be able to break through the contradiction.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off...
They didn't have to use... what if maybe they wore one? Did they use something other than the shower?
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog...
Maybe it's the other... Perhaps someone other... Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their...
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible. No, that's wrong!
They just needed to wash off the blood. They didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Something other than the shower that was used to wash off the blood. It's possible it was the drinks inside the refrigerator.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Jeez, Pecco.
In theory, that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
You don't know that. Alright, here we go. Another rebuttal. This time is against Peko Yama. We have footprints on the beach, metal bat, trash can, shower room, and iron bar window.
It's true there were in the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Oh, jeez. Success!
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those
the trash
words.
can had some empty bottles.
There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown-away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, the person would be...
Seems you've realized who the killer is. See? Just as I thought. Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, the killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person. Alright, here we go, and this is actually an obvious answer. So the only other person that could have killed Mahiru Kazumi was someone who had used the water bottles to wash off the blood. And thanks to that person's rebuttal, this person sealed their own fate. That was none other than Peko Yama, the ultimate swordswoman!
You're the only one! Peko, is it you?
Oh, she's in trouble now.
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
She was soaked. Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Yep, she obviously did that.
Don't just stay silent. Say something. Hold on, you bastard. You saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming.
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Fujiko, you are in trouble now. What do you have to say, mister?
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer. We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Now that you mention it, it's really tight.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
The killer's escape route, I might know what it is. What it was. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that opening. Small window in the shower room.
I see. If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Rule 3. Littering is not allowed. Let us coexist with this island's bountiful nature in mutual prosperity.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out of the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I can think of is that the killer must have hid it somewhere. If that's the case, focus and think the object the killer used to escape out the window. Oh, whoopsies, I didn't mean to destroy it. the W. Oh, there it is. Where's the date? Where's the date? Oh, there's a date.
I got it!
This was the only murder I knew from the beginning.
Echo, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right?
Yep, she always carries it. And it would be obvious anyway, either way, because basically with Peko carrying a bamboo sword, it would be obvious at this point. Oh, she's in trouble.
If I recall correctly, you had it then, too.
Yep, she did. She had it with her.
Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily. Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Now then, the time has come once again for the Panic Talk Action PTA. Let's talk a little bit about Fever Time and Negative Time. From this point on, you will be able to use Fever Time by pressing the R1 button during PTA. When Fever Time is activated, the tempo will be pushed to its max. But that's not all. You won't miss during Fever Time either. By pressing the X button when applicable, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault, but only until your focus gauge runs out, so make sure the beat possible use of your time. Of course, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's something called negative time that your opponent can use too. If your opponent activates negative time, your tempo maker will disappear, making it quite a bit difficult to press the button in rhythm. So in that case, please time the rhythm not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. If you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. I'm not going to tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they do that. Well, then good luck and have fun. And I think we all know who that person is.
Hold on a sec, you bastard!
That's right, it's you.
You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you... Oh my goodness. Well. Looks like Fuyuhiko is not convinced. Alright, we're now entering the second Panic Talk action in this game. It's time to give him the truth. Give him the truth. Now, I'm not good at Panic Talk action, so let's just hope I do well this time. So here we go, the second PTA of the game. It's time for the battle between Hajime Hinata versus the ultimate Yakuza, Fuyuhiko Kazuryu. Time to go down, dude. This begins now.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me!
Okay, that's it.
Got proof, you bastard? Bastard! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Bamboo sword back!
This is the end!
If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword back.
Okay, I did a little better on the PTA, but not always good with this.
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan.
Oh my gosh, Nagito. Not too surprising with you. You're a hopeless, hopeless disaster. I still like you, but you are a hopeless disaster.
No! You just back off!
Shut up, Kazuichi!
Is it true?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fumihiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Huh?
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world. I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
It's fine. Just stop it.
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
Could she be?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask,
I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete.
She's pulling the sparkling justice card.
The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice. Now then, let's execute justice.
What? What the fuck?
Pecco, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this? Chew!
Pecco finally snapped!
Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... But... Huh?
Ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask. This mask is the dividing line. Just like various items, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What? What the heck is this? Pecco is the killer. Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
And yet Monokuma is bored and decides to fall asleep. Bored to sleep. He's bored, so he's asleep.
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer.
He does not give two flying monkeys, Monami.
This again? Huh? Sleepwalking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword and executed justice. Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Pecco, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
End it? He's right. We need to end this already. The killer in the end, there's no mistake that it was Pecco all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Sure, let's do that. Okay, here we go yet again. Stock 1. Okay. Okay, got that right. I had to make sure. Okay, let's see here. Stock number 2. Well, I thought it was the mask for a minute there. That's what I thought at first. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait. It goes here. I'm an idiot. Alright, let's see. It's this one here. And it was... screwed up there. That, and then this. Last stock.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange, the killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, By moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route, the small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window, while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
I see.
Well, do you have any other things to say, Miss Peko?
What of it? She's like totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on in order to keep justice. To keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
Not serious. It's justice. By far, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break. Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
Sacrifices?
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that...
Onokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Jade.
He finally woke up.
I heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
And the correct answer was... Pekoyama. But Miss Sonia said something was up.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time? Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
That is true. However...
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Petco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Honestly, felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Petco, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
What the heck was that?
That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase. I read it in a magazine in the library. There has only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it.
I see, so that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Peko. Nationality.
I see. That's right. According to what Sonia said.
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
If she had a translator, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?
All this time I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. It's so...
Peko, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, you insist that you're Sparkling Justice. Can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Huh?
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was.
I have no purpose. I am just a mute.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. Finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
Prove that there was one more person at the scene of the crime. Body discovery announcement.
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules.
Let me just save real quick before I continue, because I haven't saved in a little bit. It's best to save.
That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No. Not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes. From your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Huh?
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
Well, because he's right about one thing. This person has been acting kind of suspicious basically during the whole trial. Even though we found out Peko was the killer, the only other person that could have found the body other than Kazuichi and Hiyoko was none other than the dude that was in the PTA, the Yakuza himself, Fumihiko Kazuryu.
You're the only one!
No? I say it so dramatically, oh my gosh. So dramatic. Uh-oh, he's in trouble now.
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
No, the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. There's overwhelming proof of that, too.
I can prove it with this.
The ending prize.
I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right?
Excuse me.
Because whoever beat the game first received the ending prize.
Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside? Shut up! What makes you think you have any right to question me?
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But nobody voted.
That's why I told you. You were all too late. As I said said before, I existed in the underworld. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Pecco's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Yes. Me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Pecco be a tool in the first place? Pecco is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
And that's it. That's it for the second class trial. And I'm not buying what Pecco said. Because we all know that basically whoever committed the crime is the one that will become the blackened. And since and since Pecco clearly committed the murder, she technically is the one that will be executed.
I'm in a bind, and what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Kazumi is... Hold on a sec. Okay,
Sorry.
I'll wait. So sorry. I'm just hesitating.
Hey!
There's no need to hesitate. No matter how you look at it, Pecco's the killer. Why?
Hey!
Why? Well, that's obvious. You're not a tool. You're a freaking human being.
Well,
If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
you just don't know.
Because you just don't know. You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself.
Only exists to be tools?
Hey. What does she mean, Fumihiko?
Pecco and I grew up together.
Are you two childhood friends then? No, it's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kazuryu clan took me in.
I'm nothing but a tool.
They gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What? Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is... You are wrong. You are not a tool, Pecco. Because if you are a tool, then what was all that time we spent together? Nothing. Huh? I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all.
What?
Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island. That is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
That is why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool.
Then, the one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you. It was Fuyuhiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it.
Damn it, I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck with me.
If she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead?
You tried to confirm it with Mahiru, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
So?
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. But she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too.
But I'm pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know if this incident had happened. That's why even if we were told that we're connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. Sorry, I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone.
Oh, my.
Wait, huh? You're not gonna go, Mahiru? If you want to talk about it there, it'd be totally fine. It's pretty important. So, you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me.
But...
If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too.
But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiru into a trap, right?
Hey.
But by calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko.
What the?
Seriously? What the heck?
An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here, I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right?
And so,
my young master thought of a plan and executed it.
I wanted to use a bat as a murder weapon, because in the game, that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister.
That is...
So that is why you killed Mahiru with the bat?
But still, I believed her up till the very last minute. That game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that punk...
Hey, if that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E?
Why, you...
Hey, I don't want to hear about that!
but...
The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but...
Why?
You shouldn't have killed that girl!
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me! What do you know about that game?
What are you saying?
You had no right to do that! Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes! Revenge is just wrong!
Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiru, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, that all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat that I hid under the bench. But at that moment...
Young master called for me and made me kill Mahiru.
Huh?
Huh?
Young Master, I am finished.
What? Are you saying that you killed because you were ordered to?
A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I don't get this at all.
Of course.
Well, of course you don't understand. Because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed.
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet. Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes?
So we fell for it. We fell for a trick all along.
That's right. You guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer.
That's obviously wrong.
Hold on! Don't act like our loss has been decided yet.
No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is troubling.
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fujiko is actually the true killer. Oh, hold on, I'm telling you to hold on.
I see.
So for Peko, Fujiko himself is your true hope then. So on his behalf, you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so that you can protect him.
Great.
You would only get that far because he's your one and only hope.
Wrong. I have no hope. I am just
a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm going to ask someone else. Hey, Fujiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us. Is that your hope?
What?
Hold on. What's the use of asking something like that?
What?
Huh? You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fujiko of your own free will?
Hey, Fujiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf, the fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer, are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth?
Huh?
Fujiko?
Yeah.
I know you hate our guts, but if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Young master, you just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that.
Fujiko, you mentioned this before, but in this kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Byakuya and Teruteru, are proof of that. Plus, it'll be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that? Of course. I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right?
Young Master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I am a tool.
Fujiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you'll still lose Peko, but
Hey,
if you insist you're the killer just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Young master, I am finished.
You? What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Pecco. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me.
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go. Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me. Forget about the Kuzuryu clan. You better escape.
So how about it, Fumihiko? Please tell me the truth.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Pecco. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young master!
Young master!
I'm a disgrace.
'Cause if that's actually what I have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. It'd mean I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself.
Pecco.
And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool in me. How many times did I tell you? I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan.
Young master!
Young master! Oh my! So this is how it turned out.
Too bad.
And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions.
Why, you?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about what Pecco and Fumihiko discussed.
Jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh?
Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Pecco's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of the trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Pecco, the tool with a heart, is the killer.
I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. Even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But I
had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Huh?
Young master!
Young master, you have a kind heart, despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself, I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
Then why?
Even so, I wanted you to escape.
Thought you was gonna say it. I wanted to protect you.
Pecco.
I'm terribly sorry.
I am terribly sorry I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master.
Bye.
Goodbye. And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all, too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Of course.
Peko! That will do. That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
Just so you know, I will never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
Ooh, so cool! But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin!
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Young Master Fuyuhiko, please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So?
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
The tool, Pekoyama, who used to stand by your... the tool, Pekoyama, who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it.
How many times do you have to keep? I don't need any tools.
You did say that. Then let's begin the punishment. Then let's begin the punishment time brimming with despair.
Jeez. Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills,
This
kills.
time for the ultimate swordswoman, Pekoyama.
Why?
You stay by my side. All this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
I've prepared a special punishment for you.
I never needed a sword. Or a shield.
I never needed a tool. So... you didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got.
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids.
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Oh dear, here we go. And I always keep turning the music down by one volume, I don't know. But we'll just turn it up by one.
Please, Peko. Don't go.
Uh-oh.
I need you. Don't leave me.
Young Master? Young Master!
Uh-oh. Alright, here we go. Game over. Peko has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Monokuma the puppeteer. One woman army. Oh dear. She is kicking some butt here, though. You gotta admit, she is kicking some butt. And there's oh no. Fuyuhiko. No. No. Uh-oh. Oh dear. That has gotta hurt. Oh dear, this is gonna hurt even more. Oh jeez. There they go. Ugh. There goes Peko.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't have to say it. Alright. Oh, no. That is not good. Oh. Alright. He already screamed, so I'm not going to read it. This cannot be. Oh, I think she already said it. This cannot be. Even Fumihiko. This is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily, falling like dominoes.
You punk! What is this? This can't be. This is alive, right? Peko! Fumihiko! For heaven's sake, this is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why she should have just discussed it with me. It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unpalatable.
Oh, you're still thinking about that?
The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that 2 of your friends got killed?
I am pissed, and I even feel sad and hopeless. But still,
Isn't that right?
it's going to be alright. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth.
Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. Boo! In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him.
I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. The hopes of all the Ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future.
How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fumihiko died, you know.
Not yet. He's still alive.
What?
Everyone, Fumihiko is still alive.
You serious?
Are you serious?
Fumihiko!
Frantically, we rushed over to Fumihiko's side.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying. But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out. His pulse is getting weaker.
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Well, serves him right.
You're so
Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that.
You stupid
But
grandma.
what are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him.
A surprise order?
What the heck?
Why do we have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong.
It's your duty to save him.
Duty?
Hey.
Because it's written in the school trip rules.
If the Blackened is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be punished.
If only the Blackened gets executed, then Fumihiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless. But you should be able to do it.
She has a point, Monokuma. What are you gonna do? Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if it's me.
So,
Fine then, I'll save him.
Really?
like...
Heck, I was actually gonna do that all along, so I've already prepared for this.
Huh? Prepared?
And that's when it happened. A siren began ringing from out of nowhere, and gradually grew closer and closer.
An ambulance?
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patients.
Oh! Woe to me. Oh my goodness.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
And after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fumihiko vanished from our sight.
Is it really gonna be okay to leave this to Monokuma?
Damn it. It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
Perhaps. He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again. You're right. He's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened.
Then all we can do is wait.
Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know.
However, we must put that aside since Peko has already been punished. Or else we will not be able to advance forward.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way than to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
Damn it! Yes. Things aren't as exciting as if a crackster like him ain't around. I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fumihiko! I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so, the class trial ended, but we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future. Not even a speck. As if we were in a boat, floating unreliably in a vast, dark sea. We were just left alone. We were just left there. Alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. "15 days, 10 hours, 10 minutes, and 54 seconds left."
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair, and the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
And I already know who she's referring to. Chapter 2, Sea and Punishment, Sin and Coconut's End. We went from 14 to 14 to 12. That's it. Chapter 2 is done. Another chapter is complete. You have obtained in the present Black Dragon Blade. Well, that's it. Alright. Well, I'm just going to save right here because we're going to wrap this up. Alright, so it looks like we've got done with yet another chapter, and Peko Pekoyama is found as the killer, which means we're now down to only 12 people left. So that means there's going to be more mayhem that's going to be happening very soon, and oh my goodness. And the 10-year anniversary of Danganronpa should be coming up, I think, this week. I'm not sure if I missed the date, but I think it might be coming later this week, I think, because it's almost been 10 years since the first game came out. So,
it looks like now there's going to be a lot more craziness happening in this next chapter. Well, basically, obviously, there's a lot of craziness that's happening in the next chapter. Because since we're now in chapter 3, that's mainly where the double murders happen. But, you know, everything happens in this game. But, you know, poor Fuyuhiko. Poor Fuyuhiko. That poor man. I mean, yes, we all know he was a foul mouth. But, you know, he still has a soft spot. Anyway, so chapter 2 is done. We're now down to only 12 people left. And we are approaching chapter 3. Which means we will be starting chapter 3 in the next part of my Let's Play of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. So, I'm going to wrap it up right here, and we'll call this an episode. So guys, that's going to be it for part 7 of my Let's Play of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video as much as I have. And let me just say, things are going to get even more nuttier. But you'll have to wait and see what happens. So in the next part, we are going to be starting chapter 3. We're going to finish up Nekomaru Nidai's free time events. And then after that, we're going to be starting Gundam Tanaka's free time events. Best Boy is next after Nekomaru. Because, especially get Nekomaru done first before we do Gundam. Because ultimately, for me, Gundam is Best Boy. Anyway, so like I said, in the next part, we will be officially starting chapter 3. We will be finishing up Nekomaru Nidai's free time events. We'll also do the free time events for Gundam Tanaka, and we'll also continue on. We'll also see what craziness are going to happen in chapter 3. So you guys do not want to miss what's going to happen on the next part of my Let's Play of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. And that's all from me. So until next time, this is Xenonite XZ6. Hope you guys have a great night. I will see you guys in part 8 of my Let's Play of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, farewell, and have a good night.